Yo, my friends, welcome back into the channel. We're back with your best bets for the NBA here for you today on Thursday, December 11th, 2025. We got your NBA player props, spreads, totals, parlays, predictions as always. We're going to have 3 picks in the video here for today. Let's lock in and get a sweep.
Well, my presence isn't real. It's another bad one like this is scale. It's straight fire. All my bets straight from. You're in the house that Parlay now. Straight fire.
As always, my friends, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button. Always appreciate it. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of your guys' support. Let's lock in and have a good day today here in the NBA, guys. Yesterday was definitely a bit disappointing, but doing a quick recap from yesterday, we ended up going 1-2, minus 1.05 units. So our Stephon Castle play over 10.5 rebounds and assists cashes about as easily as it could cash. That one, I think he finished with actually 10 rebounds or more. He had a crazy amount of rebounds, and ended up cashing early third quarter. So we love to see it. That was an easy read there. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over 42.5 PRAs. This dude was sitting at 38 PRAs with about 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Almost felt like reminiscent to the Anthony Black play. The only difference in this one was the Suns just decided not to show up at all. So I can project a blowout, right? And the spread was 15 or 15.5. And I can project the Suns are going to get blown out, whatever, fine. But they got blown out so bad that the Thunder pulled their starters in the third quarter. Not the fourth quarter, the third quarter. So usually Shai plays the entire third quarter. And he lost like half of his third quarter minutes because the Suns couldn't even be remotely competitive. And I honestly don't know how we project it. Because honestly, I thought we had a good chance to cash him in the third quarter prior to. I mentioned it yesterday that this guy's more than capable of cashing in the third quarter. And he likely would have. Like I said, if he played his entire third quarter, I think he would have cashed 100%. He needed, 5 PRAs in 5 minutes? He would have cashed. So that was definitely unfortunate, guys. I honestly thought the Suns would actually cover the spread, too, for what it's worth. I thought the Suns were going to be competitive anyway, and they weren't. Those are like the worst performance of the season. They saved it for us, guys. Well done. It hurt, though. But our parlay play, which was our favorite play of the day, misses because Luka couldn't grab 8 rebounds. The Lakers in general were pretty bad last night. Obviously Luka not being able to grab 8 rebounds really hurt us there. One of those unfortunate things. It was just other guys grabbing the rebounds in that game. Luka was just not the guy. So obviously that definitely hurt, guys. But I feel like our reads, for the most part, this week have been on point. I'm feeling pretty good about the reads. Like I said, getting the results go away is another thing. But I'm definitely feeling better about the direction in which we're trending. We're definitely trending in the right direction. I hope you guys are starting to see that a little bit now, too. If you guys have been following us for a while, the last week or so, we're starting to get a little bit on track. I know the results haven't been fantastic, but it's certainly improving. So that's what we're looking to do. And then as far as our comic cappers, another great day for the comic cappers, guys. We had Tevin Herndon calling Colin Gillespie under 4.5 assists. That cashes easily. Justin McKelvey calling the Spurs team total over. And then gotta get the bag calling the Lakers Spurs game total over as well. All that hit. So great job once again from our comic cappers, guys. Appreciate you guys as always. Don't forget to drop your favorite pick for today's action as well. Put a star or an asterisk next to your pick, and we'll include your pick in our next video as always if it hits. Without further ado, my friends, let's get right after it today and get this sweep in the NBA. Let's get right into the picks. At number 1, we are going Kawhi Leonard over 30.5 PRAs here for the Los Angeles Clippers. We got minus 108 odds here on DraftKings, risking a unit here. So guys, Kawhi is actually 9 of 14 this season in this line. 3 of 4 games, last 4 games on the road to this line. So I like seeing that. He's 3 for his last 3 versus the Rockets to this line as well, averaging 37 PRAs per game. So I love to see that. Overall, I do like this matchup for Kawhi. The Rockets ranked 17th in PRAs allowed to small forwards, which is where Kawhi is going to be playing. You'll have John Collins at the 4, Ivica Zubac at the 5, and then, of course, Kawhi Leonard there at the 3 playing small forward. So I love that. I love the spot for him. Kawhi's top scoring area is the pick-and-roll handler, which the Rockets rank middle of the pack defending, 14th. So they're not a top-tier defense defending the pick-and-roll, which is great. as far as the ball handler part of it. 31% of Kawhi's points come from the above the break three. This dude's actually shooting more threes this year, which I think is great for PRAs if he's efficient. He's a very good shooter in general, and he's a pretty good three-point shooter when he decides to take them. So this season, though, 31%, like I said, coming from above the break threes, where the Rockets rank 23rd in defending. So this is the bottom 10 defense defending the above the break threes, which I love that. That's obviously fantastic there. Kawhi is 4 of 6 this season versus top 10 defensive rating teams. Rockets are a great defensive team overall. They obviously rank inside the top 10. Kawhi usually doesn't have problems, regardless. He's one of those guys that I don't really think the matchup always matters that much. Obviously, if they have particular weaknesses that we can attack with Kawhi, it definitely makes it easier on him. But he's just kind of one of those strange guys where I don't think it really matters too much. He's just a dominant dude. It's just what he does. He just dominates everybody when he wants to, when he decides to. He's 6 of 7 this season versus defense that rank between 10 and 20 versus the small forward position, which is a position we got today. So I tried to paint every scenario and see if he checked the boxes. He checked the boxes in just about every scenario. So versus a mid-tier defense versus a small forward position, he does really well. His only miss came last game versus the Timberwolves, which we actually had his PRAs that day too. But I thought he could have. Don't get me started on that. It was frustrating too. But I think Kawhi is on track to get back on track here. His minutes shouldn't be a problem anymore. He hasn't really been minutes restricted here of late, so he shouldn't be minutes restricted. We should see him playing his normal minutes. And the Clippers got to start winning some games. So I'd be surprised if we see him play light minutes. So love it there for number 1 pick, guys. We got Kawhi Leonard over 30.5 PRAs here for the Los Angeles Clippers. We got minus 108 odds here on DraftKings. Okay, and at number 2, my goodness, my voice today, guys. We're going Trey Murphy under 21.5 points here for the New Orleans Pelicans. We got minus 115 odds here on DraftKings, risking a unit here. Pelicans might be getting Jordan Poole back tonight, which would definitely hurt Murphy's volume, obviously, directly. So if Poole comes back, that'd be great. It's looking like he's trending towards playing, based on everything I read and looked at. Now, I like this bet outside of Poole coming back, so keep that in mind. This is an added bonus, is what I call this. But I still like Murphy to go under regardless. The reason why I like it is a tough matchup for Trey Murphy regardless. The Blazers allow the 6th fewest points to point guards. And if you look at the scoring chart and how Murphy does his scoring versus the Blazers, it's not really, it's not great for him. It's not a great matchup for him. Herb Jones also came back for the Pelicans as well. Which is just another body that the Pels could play, obviously, and Herb Jones is decent. So, Murph's usage and volume could also suffer overall going forward a little bit as well. Even with Zion being out, which has been a reason why we've taken Murphy's overs, is because Zion's been out. But now we're kind of transitioning here. Now we got more Pelicans coming back. So, like I said, Murphy's volume should take a hit here. 14 of 23 this season to the under, 8 of 14 under at home. So his trends have certainly been under. Under in 2 of 2 games this season with Jordan Poole and without Zion Williamson. So that kind of gives you an idea what I'm talking about. Poole obviously can get into a frenzy and just start shooting the ball like crazy. He's one of those guys. Efficient or non-efficient, that dude's going to be throwing up shots. Murph's 2 main scoring areas, the Blazers actually defend fairly well. At the net, the Blazers rank 12th. And then the above the break threes, the Blazers rank 6th best. Combined, Murph's shot production is 79% from those 2 areas. So he takes 79% of his shots from the above the break 3 or at the net, which the Blazers defend pretty well. So, like I said, I don't think it's a great matchup. The Blazers are actually particularly weak versus the mid-range, which is not Murphy's strong suit. Murphy's either attacking, going to the basket, or shooting threes. So, obviously, if this was a mid-range guy that could stop in the mid-range, like a Brandon Ingram would probably torch his team. But that's not what we have here. Trey Murphy is not that guy. Like I said, he is a threes and at-the-basket player, and the Blazers defend those areas pretty well. So that's why I like this under today. So, over there for number 2 pick, guys, we got Trey Murphy under 21.5 points here for the New Orleans Pelicans. We got minus 115 odds here on DraftKings. Okay, and finally at number 3, we're going Ryan Rollins, under 29.5 PRAs. Here for the Milwaukee Bucks, we got minus 114 odds on FanDuel. And I know what you guys are thinking. Steve, Giannis is out. This is ridiculous. He's going to go over, with no Giannis. Well, here's the thing. No Giannis. But somebody has been disrupting the volume for Mr. Ryan Rollins, even with no Giannis. And what's his name? It's Kevin Porter Jr., guys. Kevin Porter Jr. is another high-volume guy, especially of late. Since he's come back, he's been extremely high volume. So I think that's the problem that Rollins is contending with here. This is also not a great matchup as well. So very similar to Murphy. He's under in 2-2 games so far without Giannis and with Kevin Porter Jr. So it's a little bit of an early trend that way, but like I said, this is not a great matchup for Rollins. Celtics rank 6th in PRAs allowed to point guards and 14th in PRAs allowed to shooting guards. So overall, they've defended the guard position fairly well this season. As far as stats allowed versus them, they don't allow a lot of that. So love to see it. Again, like I said, bad matchup. Celtics rank 14th or better versus Rollins' top 3 shot areas. So the one the Celtics are particularly actually weak in is something that Rollins doesn't do, which is get to the free throw line. Celtics do foul a lot, and they allow a lot of free throws, but Rollins doesn't really get to the foul line. That would be Kevin Porter Jr. So I would stay, if you're thinking about it, under. I wouldn't take Kevin Porter Jr. under despite his line being high. I don't feel comfortable taking this over, obviously. It's in the mid-30s, I think. But I would, if I was going to take an over, it probably would be him because he's more apt to get to the free throw line. Like I said, just 9% of his production, shot production, comes from there. 36% of Rollins' shooting is at the net, where the Celtics rank second best at the net. So he does get to the hoop, but he just doesn't tend to get fouled a lot. So he gets downhill, he'll stop and shoot, but he doesn't get fouled a lot, which is interesting. Celtics defense top 5 in shots under 10 feet and pull-up shooting, where Rollins' volume is 70% in those two areas. So like I said, the Celtics defense overall is not a good matchup for Rollins. They're pretty good inside of 10 feet, which Rollins likes to get down there and have a little pull-up there, like in the short pull-up game. And pull-up jump shooting in general, the Celtics do pretty good against. So, like I said, not a good spot for Rollins to score. As far as rebounds and assists go, again, that's not a good matchup for McKenna either. So, I think overall you're going to see Ryan Rollins just hit this under. And I think PRAs for me is the way to go. So, love it there for number 3 pick, guys. We got Ryan Rollins under 29.5 PRAs here for the Milwaukee Bucks. We got minus 114 odds here on FanDuel. Okay, then, guys, our straight fire fave straight play of the day is going to be Kawhi Leonard over 30.5 PRAs. We get the minus 108 on DraftKings. I really love this play today. Hopefully we get on and run with this. It was very disappointing that we didn't move to day 4 today. We could have kept climbing, and Luka let us down. So hopefully we bounce back today and start a new run, and hopefully get this thing going. Because I really would love to get to like a day 5, day 6. And I think we can. Like I said, I think we're close. I really think our reads have been. Obviously, I'm I guess like you're a little biased there, Steve, right? Well, I think our reads have been a lot better over the last week or two. I'll be the first to tell you. The first month of the season, we definitely struggled a bit more. We had to rethink the way we're doing these bets, right? So I think our reads, like I said, have been better, and I think the results will start to follow. And that's obviously the hope. So I appreciate you guys regardless if you guys take the bets or don't. Obviously, I understand if you guys aren't. We're down units this season. So I hope you guys are able just to come and hang out and enjoy the breakdowns. Even if you guys don't take the bets. This is one of those industries that's rough. Especially as a YouTuber doing sports betting because it's so reliant on results, right? Which makes sense, but it's one of those things that's very difficult when you also lose your own bets, your own money, and then you show up on here, and it's like, it's just so frustrating. It's great when it's great, but it sucks obviously when we're struggling. So I appreciate all of you guys. Hit the like and subscribe. Drop your favorite pick below. Outside of that, that is it for me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you guys here next time. Peace out.